This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
My countrymen and my friends, I had hoped against hope that some miracle would prevent a devastating war and bring to an end the invasion.
This most serious threat World Wrestling Federation has ever known.
The long-term future of sports entertainment could change forever.
A succession of actual wars have shaken the entire world and have threatened to bring on the gigantic conflict, which is today, unhappily, a fact.
No force of nature and no act of God could stop this invasion from happening.
I have said not once but many times that I have seen war and that I hate war.
This is our last chance.
There's no going back. There is no tomorrow. They want to finish us all.
Feel this moment for the rest of your life.
This war is only half over, and it could damn well be lost.
We're laying it all on the line.
Nothing can stop the WCW and ECW.
Austin is gonna lead us into invasion.
Lift up your heart. All will come right.
We will kick WCW and ECW's.
No WWF superstar is going to deny us from our destiny.
Dad, the sports entertainment.
I have seen war and I hate war.
Place to Be Nation, welcome back to another edition of Nation Invasion. I am your host / captain of the Invasion Voyage, James Gruenberg, and tonight we have struck our first island or point of attack here tonight as we are at the Invasion pay-per-view, and tonight I have a first mate with me. He is a co-host guest on Highway to the Impact Zone, and he also guest stars on Wrestling Chicken Salad, and that is Matt Souza. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
Gruney, it is good to be here. It is great to be your first mate, and I am looking forward to being a part of the invasion.
Yep, we have finally struck gold here tonight as we are watching the invasion. Matt, did you watch this on pay-per-view in 2001?
Not in 2001, but probably a couple years later. I did buy the DVD eventually, but at the time I did not see it live.
Yes, yeah. So, it's funny too. They're at the Gund Arena, and that is where the Monday Night Wars officially ended. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this pay-per-view right now as we are going to watch it live here tonight. In 3, 2, 1, play. We have the classic Attitude Era intro here. It was always cool, it was like WWF Online and everything. This is always a cool intro.
Yeah, I agree. And this in particular, I remember being a really cool intro with like the presidents and shit. They're playing it's a very war themed, given that it's an invasion going on. So I think it's pretty. Their video packages are always great, but I always like this one in particular just because it's just it makes it feel like it's a war going on. So I think it's a really good visual.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good visual. The background and the troops marching as the Alliance here is marching into WWF territory. Now, Matt, if you didn't know this, the Invasion score actually starts on Sunday Night Heat as Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeats Scotty 2 Hotty. So technically the Alliance is up 1-0 already.
Chavo wrestling on Heat where he belongs.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. I tried looking up the whole Sunday Night Heat show, but I couldn't find it. I could only find that match. It was good. Chavo wins with the Brainbuster, but again, it's like the fans really don't. There's not a lot of fans in there because they're making their way into the arena, so not a lot of people got to see the match. But it was all right for what it was. Chavo put on a good showing. I wanted to see on Sunday Night Heat if they had a segment where Regal and Raven faced off and they said, "Oh, I'll see you tonight at Invasion," because that match and one more match really do not have a storyline going into this pay-per-view. They just get thrown together.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about this show that has always been weird to me. It's like they try to like sell this entire show basically just based on the concept of WWF versus WCW, which works. I mean, it's a massive deal, but like I feel like this is a show, and obviously we're going to watch the entire thing, but I feel like this is a show that really needed like one more really big match on it. Because, I mean, outside of the main event and the hardcore title match, like I think it's a case where they're using a lot of their big names in the main event and that huge 10-man tag, and I think the undercard kind of suffers because of that.
Yeah. I mean, some of them did have like little build up, but mostly the matches were just, "Oh, I'll see you at Invasion. Oh, you did this? Well, I challenge you at Invasion." Oh, okay.
Right.
There
right, and like there's a couple of like champions versus champion matches too, which I mean, you don't necessarily need a storyline for that, but it would have been nice to have one, you know.
I also liked during the intro the faces of like, you see the two faces, Vince and like Shane on the other side as well. That's like the intro, but then you see like Stephanie's face on the side of Vince as well. As we kick it off here with Lance Storm and Mike Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mike Awesome's trying to be serious.
Canada.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't call them Team Canada again. But again, they're on not the WCW side; they're on the ECW side.
Right, but they were both in. I mean, they could have been Team Canada easily because they were both in Team Canada at the end of WCW.
Yeah, they were both in WCW and ECW. Here we have Edge and Christian. Now, keep in mind, Edge and Christian cost Mike Awesome the hardcore title and have been starting little feuds with Lance Storm as well. Lance Storm issued the challenge and they accepted here. So back-to-back, like wins where it's like, Lance Storm, Mike Awesome beat Edge, and then Christian beat Lance Storm going into tonight as well.
Mm-hmm. I always liked about this show too is that they have the separate entrances for the WCW for the Alliance side and for the WWF side. I thought that's just a neat touch, and like that's a thing you don't see WWF do all that often. Is they usually just use one entrance for everybody. I don't know if they've ever really done it again since, but I think it's a cool touch having them come out of separate entrances.
No, and I think it was only for this pay-per-view because they go right back to the one entrance on SummerSlam. But it was a really cool concept here.
And I mean
it's Invasion.
This show was a big fucking deal too at the time. I mean, just having all the guys come in. If I remember right, like I think the buy rate for this show was pretty high just because of WCW being a part of WWF now. Like I feel like I seem to remember like the buy rate for this show being like 700,000-800,000, which I
believe, Matt, this is the highest. I don't know if it is to this day, but I think it is. This is the highest non-WrestleMania buy rate pay-per-view.
That makes a lot of sense because I mean it was a big deal at the time.
Yeah, I think like everyone said, oh, it's the highest buy rate pay-per-view that's not WrestleMania, and I think it still stands today as the highest buy rate. I don't know anything else that has a high buy rate, nor do I pay attention to buy rates really.
Right. I usually don't, but I think it just speaks to how big this show was.
Yeah.
And like honestly, this is kind of a thing they could have done at SummerSlam. Honestly, they could have got away with doing it at SummerSlam and making that whole thing just be like the Invasion type of thing and keeping this because this was originally supposed to be fully loaded. I think, right? Is that what they said on TV?
Yeah. It was always fully loaded from 1998 to 2001. They changed it to Invasion. Linda did on a SmackDown.
Right. So, I mean, they easily could have done that, and they really could have saved this for SummerSlam if they really wanted to. But
yeah.
I get why they didn't because, like, it's an off month, so get the massive buy rate for an off month show. But
there you see Christian going over the top rope. He does a jump, and now Edge is back in with Lance Storm. A lot of offensive moves from Edge and Christian here to start off.
So the weird thing to me too, and the DVD I remember used to be like this too, because I used to watch the show a fair amount. Part of the entrance was cut out for Lance Storm and Mike Awesome. I don't know if there was like a problem live on pay-per-view, but like it cuts to them like basically being in the ring already. Yeah, the DVD was like that too.
Yeah, I just don't know what happened there. Like that was just weird. It's like, really, you're not even gonna give them entrances?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like they got the entrances because you could hear. I remember you could hear like the theme music in the background. So
yeah,
I don't know if maybe there was like tape issues or something. It's just super weird.
Yep. Now I'm gonna ask you this: what do you think of? Because it's not Paul Heyman with Jim Ross. It is Michael Cole and Jim Ross here. Jim Ross is the leader. Michael Cole is the backup. Could they have saved Scott Hudson for another month and just had him be on the Invasion commentary? Because I don't like Michael Cole playing off of Jim Ross. It looks like Michael Cole just repeats everything that Jim Ross says, and it's like, Mike, he just said that like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I never really thought of that. Like, because I mean, I guess if you wanted to, I mean, it's a WWF show, so I get that. But like,
yeah,
it feels wrong not having an Alliance guy on commentary. Like, even if you wanted to keep Paul there, you know, that would have made some sense to me because he was still doing Raw and stuff. I think at this point. So.
But they want him as like a backstage advocate with the Alliance too. But look at it, Lance Storm. He throws Christian right into the bottom turnbuckle.
Or even if you bring in like fucking Tony Schiavone for a night or something, you know, have him sit with JR.
I've heard that like Tony Schiavone did not get called up, and he's always says it like he's like, "Oh no, Kevin Dunn just doesn't like me."
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that don't like him, so the feeling's probably mutual there.
Gosh, look what this is probably. It seems like this is probably the most time that the Alliance members get without getting their butts handed to them like so quickly. It seems, you know, at least for the month of July, like into late August, because after SummerSlam, it just goes back to WWF basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's not long after this. Like, they're still kind of treated as relatively equal at this show, and like you said, probably up until SummerSlam. But it's not long after SummerSlam where it kind of goes poorly, and they kind of start. I don't know if it's necessarily like a full burial, but it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, and then you know, even after this pay-per-view, Lance Storm gets a nice little surprise to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lance Storm said like he was like everyone can say they were the first one that like could get really trusted, you know, that we want to put our faith into at least these guys here, you know. Mm-hmm. But man, Mike Awesome has like the look, the muscle. He's got the like drop kick in him too. I don't know what they did not see in Mike here.
Yeah, that's always blown my mind too. I've never understood why they didn't get behind Mike Awesome. He looks like exactly like the type of guy they would always get behind. Yep. I mean, maybe he had. I mean, obviously he had some issues, personal issues, obviously, but like maybe that's what led to him not being pushed. Because I mean, after this Alliance angle, he does nothing. Like he's barely on TV. It's just super weird.
No, he's basically not on TV. I saw him like a couple of like backstage like SmackDown segments in 2002, and then he's just gone. Like even when he has the hardcore title, he doesn't even defend it. Like after he wins it, you know, he could have like given him some airtime, like with Spike Dudley and Crash Holly, just to prove that, hey, I'm hardcore and I'm gonna crush guys. You know, he only goes on that SmackDown and he loses it.
I also think it's interesting, too, that Lance Storm was kind of like the guy that kicked off this entire angle with him showing up. And at this big pay-per-view, he's kind of in...
Like, look at this. Oh, he landed.
God,
1,
so
2.
Good.
Oh, and that just does it. Yeah. Like, awesome. Like, a big guy like that just jumping.
But like, like I was saying, Storm's the guy who kind of kicked the whole thing off, and he's in what is I mean, it's the opening match of the pay-per-view, but ultimately, like basically, Storm should be in a bigger spot, I think, than where he's at right now, given he's the guy who kind of set the whole thing off.
Yeah, and he's in this tag team matchup here. I was wondering, could they? I'll get your opinion on Rhyno later, if Rhyno was the right guy, because I had some ideas of what to do with some guys here, but maybe Lance Storm should have gotten a better idea. But it's good that he has like a tag team with Storm here. Again, their old Canada days. I mean, you could have put Just Incredible in too, and like have like the Impact players in as well.
I mean, it's better here than in, there's some filler matches on this show, kind of like you mentioned. So I guess it's better that he's in this than he's being in like, one of those random matches with like Raven or Regal or something. But I don't know. I feel like he should be in a bigger spot than this.
Yep. Edge now coming to the aid of Christian. He does a spinning tornado kick, drops him. Another drop kick to Mike.
It's a good match, though. It's a hot match to start the show. That's the interesting thing, too, as like I mentioned with, this show has a decent amount of filler on it. Like, and I mean, I'll get more into it later, but I think you could probably pull some guys out of that main event and have them have like a one-on-one match to kind of bolster the undercard. Like, I like that it's a 10-man match, but it didn't need to be a 10-man match. It could have been like an 8-man tag or something, or even 6. You
probably could have had like Lance Storm versus Jericho.
Yeah, that, or the one I was thinking. I guess we'll talk about it now. The one I was thinking of was you could do like a big like Taker DDP blow off type of street fight, something pull them both, like just pull them out of that match, and it could build into the invasion angle too. Have that, because they only really have that thing on. They have that thing on King of the Ring where they have that. It's not even a real match; it's more of a segment. And then
look at Lance Storm just jumping over 1, 2. Yeah, he just leaped right into Mike Awesome's spear.
All 4 of these guys, really talented, as it turns out.
Yeah. Mike Awesome is no longer with us. Super kick.
Oh, God, that kick.
Ooh, nice clothesline there.
They're moving.
1, 2.
So this is a big card, too. There's like, 10 matches, 11 matches on this show?
I believe so, yeah.
It's a lot. And I like it. Get everybody on for a show this big. Get everybody on it.
Yeah, use as many alliance members as you can. Christian with the spear. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And Edge and Christian now tie it up 1-1.
I'm kind of surprised, honestly, they don't have like a battle royal on this show with everybody else.
I don't think there was anybody like left to. I mean, there's like, there are WWF like backups, but and like you could add some like the rest of the alliance members. Like, I mean, if you think about it, it's like Chavo, Just Incredible, Tommy Dreamer, Mark Jindrak, and I think it's Hurricane Helms are like left off the show basically.
Well, even if you want to take some of those filler matches and just throw it in that battle royal, make it a huge battle royal. I think that could work. Like, you don't need, like you mentioned, you don't need Raven and William Regal to have a match. You can throw them in the battle royal. And there's a couple, like there's a 6-man tag coming up that has no business being on this show.
Oh yeah, that has no filler either. Yeah, no, like those guys could have had the WW like the battle royal here. Here you see Regal in like this, like, I mean, he is the commissioner. He's in a weird shirt here.
He looks awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I always said, and I still stand by it, if Regal was the WWF commissioner, they should have brought Mike Sanders up from Heartland and had him be the WCW commissioner.
Like the Alliance commissioner? Yeah, that would have
worked. Yes. He should have been the Alliance commissioner, Mike Sanders.
Have Stephanie and Paul run the show and Mike Sanders be like the mouthpiece.
Yeah, like him set up matches under Shane McMahon's orders.
Yeah, that could have been
Like,
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you basically have all the National Born Thrillers there for the most part until, like, Mark Jindrak tears his MCL, so he gets no playing time.
Right.
And, like, Mike Awesome just had that Atlanta loudmouth. Him getting beat up by The Undertaker seems fun.
See, like this.
Yeah.
I know there's a feud behind this, but we don't need a referee match on this pay-per-view.
No, but hey, both these guys have some wrestling background here. I mean, Nick Patrick wrestled Chris Jericho and Pee Wee Anderson a couple of times, and
Earl Hebner sells wrestling T-shirts out of the back of his Buick.
yeah, and he's also like Earl Hebner had some tag team matches with The Rock here.
But there's no reason for this to be on a pay-per-view. Like,
no,
Jesus.
I forgot this was the second match of the night. Yeah,
I know. Good Lord.
So you have Nick Patrick, his shady officiating. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what you can bloody do. You can go knock on his door and challenge him to wrestle at Invasion.
And if I remember right, isn't there a special referee for this match too?
Yep, and he gets to be a special guest referee in another matchup here on Invasion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I did like Earl Hebner's spear, Patrick had some good shot-lucky punches, but Earl Hebner always comes back with that spear tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, is he selling it.
So ridiculous. Just absurd.
Yes.
I mean, I do like the concept that this rivalry between WWF and the Alliance is so deep that the referees are fighting. I like that aspect of it, but for God's sake, they don't need to have a match on a pay-per-view.
Would you rather have Jim Ross versus Paul Heyman?
See, I think that would be at least entertaining in a car crash kind of way.
Yeah, this is just... He's got an X-Men T-shirt on, Foley here. Foley made his own. He made his own referee shirt. Like, this is why I think Mick gets a lot of criticism. He shows up in sweatpants and an X-Men T-shirt.
Well, I mean, listen, he's not going to dress to the nines when he's refereeing a match between two referees,
But of course, he would have to make his own custom T-shirt here.
He's not refereeing Austin Rock here,
No, he's not. Yeah, so Mick Foley is the special guest referee here as the WCW referees are coming out first.
This is like a pseudo lumberjack match almost.
Yeah, but they don't even get involved. And, as you can see, there's only 4, and one of them is Brian Hebner.
Brian Hebner, who I don't think ever refereed a match for WCW.
No, he was like, we need somebody. It's like, go get Brian Hebner. No one's going to even know who he is. Billy Silverman. Silverman ends up actually quitting because he got hazed by WWF guys. So really, it's Nick Patrick. I think Brian Hebner doesn't really referee WCW matches after this. He might have, just for the sake of it, but it's really only Silverman, Charles, and Nick Patrick until Silverman quits.
Jesus. Like, if you don't have the bodies to do it, don't do it,
Yeah.
I do like the referee shirt, though, the white with the WCW logo. It's a nice shirt.
And then here comes
all 85 WWF referees.
Still Alfonso here.
God.
Somebody actually wrote a Go Earl sign. Did you
like
really care for this match?
I tell you, Earl looks like he's been in a few bar fights.
Yeah. I'm surprised Timmy White's not in this matchup. I mean, he owns the bar. And
yeah, and up in my neck of the woods here.
Yeah, well, at least he used to.
Yeah, right. It's not around.
I don't think it's around. He's not around anymore.
I know he's not around, but I don't think the bar is open anymore either.
Did he sell? I think he sold it, huh? Some people said, "Ooh, nice stomp by Earl." Gosh, oh, gee. I mean, yeah, the sell job's okay. Oh,
God.
Runs on 1, 2. Yeah, Patrick gets no offense in.
This is like a fight between two brothers over like a PlayStation.
Exactly, yeah. It's like a 4th grade recess fight.
Yeah, really.
You peg my guy in wiffle ball, I'm going to peg you in wiffle ball.
You lost my hacky sack.
Charge the mound.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. No. Like, the WCW referees are outnumbered like 5-1.
Yeah, really. This is not a good idea.
Oh.
They could have got, like, ECW referees, too, like Jim Molyneux or, I forgot the other guy's name. Like, bring some of them in, too. What the hell?
What was it? John
Finnegan.
something.
That was the other guy.
John
Finnegan. Like,
yeah.
bring them in, too, for the Alliance side. Why not?
Yeah.
God, those punches are terrible.
I don't know if anybody really wanted to work for Heyman after the way ECW, went down. Plus, I feel like Heyman was like, "There's no point of it. Oh, low blow. That's all Nick Patrick knows how to do is low blows."
Oh God.
Ooh, that was a nice little slide drop kick. Damn.
Baseball.
Oh, now they're just kicking their butts. Oh. Now we got us a WWF brawl here. Now Mick Foley kicks them all out.
Finally, get some damn order here.
Yep. Oh, gee willikers.
It does look like Billy Silverman looks like the type who would say that.
Yeah.
He has that like Southern Baptist type of face to him.
Mm-hmm. So now Mick Patrick's like, "What the hell you doing?"
This has gone on for too long, I will say.
Yep. Spear. Oh, well, that wasn't even a spear. 1,
I don't know what
2,
that was.
3. It's over. It was like that was a botched shoulder tackle. For the first match, I'll go. Give me 2 3/4. That was good. For this, I'll go a half a star.
Yeah, I'll go 3 on the opener, and I think I'm gonna go a big fat dud on this.
So WWF is up 2-1 now. I am keeping score here.
There was no reason for this match to exist.
No.
Like, if you want to do it on a Raw or a SmackDown, that's fine, but you're doing it on a pay-per-view? What are we doing?
Yes. Again, they were just like, hey, let's make it about, the officials getting involved here, too. Since you might as well pull all the stops.
Yeah.
Patrick laying down the business. Yeah. You put butts in seats, Mick. I remember that. But you could have been a star in WCW.
I bet, I was just going to say, I bet it's not going to end well for Nick Patrick. And as it turns out, it would in fact not end well for Nick Patrick.
No. He always gets Mr. Sacco out. As you look back on 2001, you're just like, thank God Jerry the King Lawler is not commentating. It's Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I mean, they had been due for a change on commentary, and it turns out the cat getting fired was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it was for the best.
Yeah, because I mean, Heyman's awesome on commentary.
He is awesome on commentating. Yeah, but again, we have Michael Cole here. Oh, you gave him the sock, JR.
And I think, Cole is still very raw here and very young. I mean, obviously he would get good. Like, he wouldn't be around as long as he had if he wasn't good. But, like, you could tell they were still... Because, he had only really replaced JR when he had the bout with palsy, He hadn't really done... And he was doing SmackDown at this point, right, with Taz already?
He was doing SmackDown from the get-go, basically. Yeah. He had a Tough Enough preview as well. Tough Enough going strong. Oh, it's still light out in Cleveland. I thought they were on the East Coast. I mean, it's summertime, so... Yeah,
they're right on the line. They are still Eastern time zone, but I think they're pretty close.
Okay, yeah. Now we have the now they're talking about the inaugural brawl. So you got DDP, Booker T, Rhino, the Dudley Boys versus Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Jericho, Undertaker, and Kane.
So I think the WWF side is fine, but would you swap anybody out on the Alliance side?
I wouldn't put Rhino in.
That's kind of where I am too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said, JT said that he liked Rhino where he was. Granted, I think it's because he's the last ECW champion,
right.
But I think Mike Awesome could have been it, or you take Rhino out, you give him the hardcore title match, and you put Rob Van Dam in.
That's who I was thinking, RVD.
Or Raven. He's short, but I think he's medium size. You can't have Taz in there, but it's got to be an ECW original from the '97 Gecko, you know?
I think given how hot RVD was at this point in time, it kind of feels like I don't want to say like a missed. I get why Rhino was in there, right? Like you said, he was the last champion, but man, RVD was so red hot at this point. Like it feels like a missed opportunity not putting him in there.
Yeah, I know. Or even Raven, Mike Awesome. See, Taz is a stretch because just of his height, though.
Yeah, and the fact that he's been doing commentary for
he's injured
a while
as well. He's been really injured. Notice how these girls are not with their respective partners anymore. Sarah and Undertaker are divorced, and Stone Cold and Deborah have been divorced here. Here's a good old matchup here: the WWF Tag Team Champions versus the WCW Tag Team Champions.
You're going to start getting into this stretch, too, where it's going to be tough to figure out exactly who the champions are, because it feels like there's a title switch every week.
Oh, yeah. Though this is probably the first match. Besides, the referee match did have background, but again, it was not meaningful. This one here seemed like territory versus we're coming in and taking over.
Right, and it's a champion versus champion match. So I mean that storyline is kind of already baked in. I forgot Haku was here for this long. Holy hell!
Yeah, you see the Good Father and Bull Buchanan, Al Snow, and Hardcore are there.
Wow, I didn't think Haku lasted till the summer. My God.
And then you got K Quick's in the background too. I've seen him
too.
Times.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this. Then they come out and they kick them out. They got a beat down here, but the Natural Born Thrillers or Palumbo and O'Hare, they did damage to the Hardys and Dudleys, but the APA came back here as well.
I love the Natural Born Thrillers in WCW. They were so good. Just a great having good matches with Nash and DDP at the end of WCW, out of nowhere.
You had them all in. You had them all here in the WWF at the time, but then Jindrak got hurt, and it's no Mike Sanders, but you had they were there. Sean, I don't remember really seeing Stasiak in Invasion here as well, but I think he's actually on Invasion, but I didn't see him.
I was gonna say he's on this show, I think.
Yeah, so you have them all, but it's you just didn't use them as Natural Born Thrillers. But these two and Jindrak were the guys. Stasiak was good, but if you want the jumpers, here they are.
Oh yeah, I mean
the guys who can leap.
Palumbo and O'Hare were definitely the best, and I liked Rhyno too. I don't know if you remember Rhyno.
Yeah, I do. Roll the dice, Rhyno.
I liked him a lot too. I actually just watched. I went through the end of WCW not that long ago. I watched all those, and they're all Natural Born Thrillers. They're super talented. Guys. Honestly, guys you thought at that time probably could have been around for a while, but for whatever reason, various reasons, they just never stuck elsewhere besides WCW.
Mm-hmm. So the APA, they really enjoyed working with Palumbo and O'Hare. They said that Palumbo and O'Hare really did a good job, going stiff and wrestling them here.
I was going to say they're kind of similar styles in a weird way. They're all giant fucking men just cut from granite, and they just beat the bag out of each other.
I bet you. I'm surprised that it was PlayStation as a whole, but I mean, it was probably just Sony PlayStation. You didn't really have to play PlayStation 2 because I think at the time it must have been PS2 when '01 here.
Yeah, PS2 I think launched end of 2000, I think.
Okay.
It was either end of 2000 or very beginning of '01, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh God.
Nice double team maneuvers.
Just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Oh God, that elbow.
Mm-hmm. Bradshaw had some stiff shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's he's sending a message here.
But this time Farouk was on his last legs.
Yeah, he's got. I think he wraps it up like what 03, 04. He's all done. So I mean, he's got a couple.
Yeah.
Years left. And he was doing almost exclusively tag stuff by this point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then when they get to the draft, they split the APA up, and Farouk's just like, here, do you want me to do something? It's like, yeah, you can wrestle if you want to.
I always thought it was weird that even after they were calling themselves the APA, they still wore the tights with the pentagrams on it.
Yeah, it's like the ministry days are over.
Yeah. It's just weird. I liked them better when they were wearing the jeans and the gloves, the cutoff shirt.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people had high hopes for O'Hare here.
Oh yeah, Palumbo too. I mean, Palumbo would stick around for a while, but.
Mm-hmm. But I think people were like, O'Hare was the better guy, but Palumbo did have the moves set as well. Again, past this and into August, it's like, what do we do with the rest of the guys?
Right. Even into SummerSlam, you start to see a lot of these guys that are wrestling on this show kind of phased out already by that point.
Yeah.
Like Palumbo and O'Hare kind of disappear. Like you mentioned Stasiak, he really doesn't do much of anything after this.
No.
Canyon's kind of a non-factor after this. Say for
Canyon,
the DDP feud.
Yeah,
but...
Canyon would be Canyon would be like a player at SummerSlam, and he stays. He's around for a little bit while because he gets a title on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you recall.
Yeah, he's U.S. champ for a bit, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a nice little nice off the shoulder tackle by Farouk.
Oh man, he's just stiffing the shit out of these poor guys. Oh my God.
Yeah. But I think they knew. It was like, come on, give me your best shot.
Yeah, I think they went into it knowing that this is what it was going to be, and if anything, they probably welcomed it. But still, my good lord.
I think a lot of people have hard feelings that the WCW guys did not get treated fairly, which might sound like an understatement, but it's maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Do you think Buff Bagwell gets put in the main event if he doesn't get fired?
Oh God, I hope not.
You think that was a blessing in disguise?
Yeah, I'm fine with Booker T and DDP. They were both, big. They're both bigger names than Buff Bagwell, first of all. So I think that makes a lot of sense.
Bagwell's got the history, since the early '90s. Rookie of the Year twice, right?
I think if Bagwell sticks around, I don't even know where you would slot him in on this show.
He honestly just ghosts. Yeah, maybe you don't, but maybe he's just in the background.
If you have that battle royal, like we mentioned, maybe he wins that. But outside of that, I don't know, is he wrestling Raven on this show or or Regal? I guess I don't see a spot for him if Bagwell stuck around. Which is weird because he was a super popular guy for WCW, but he's no DDP, he's no Booker T, so
no. Ooh, a nice clothesline by Sean O'Hare.
Unless you're giving him like the U.S. title and you're having him face like the Intercontinental Champion on this show, but that would be a very weird match, given who the Intercontinental Champion is.
Bagwell versus Albert.
Yeah.
You know, Albert had those nice kicks. 1, 2. Before he gets his foot on the rope.
Or hell, put him on heat, give him Chavo spot.
Yeah, Buff Bagwell versus
Scotty
Tuati. I can see Buff roughing up Spike Dudley.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Or take off the referee match and throw a random Bagwell match on there or something.
Yeah, something. Because it looked like Buff was resurging himself at the end of 2001.
Yeah, he had that match with Jeff Jarrett on one of the late 2000 pay-per-views. He had Totally Buff with him and Luger.
Yep.
I mean, he was definitely a player right until the end, which makes it all the more weird that he's gone in a week's time. But
how the heck did they not get Scott Steiner? You couldn't pay for one person, but again, I think Steiner had his drop foot issues.
And look, if someone was paying me millions of dollars to sit on my ass 7 days a week, I ain't going.
Everybody said the same thing. Yeah, but
I ain't going anywhere
except for the mailbox, right?
If you're paying me $5 million to sit home, okay, sounds great. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
Well, and that's why they didn't get guys like Nash and Sting and Steiner, Hogan. Like, they're all being paid by Time Warner.
Yep. Goldberg politely said, F off, I'll see you when I go back.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2003.
Ooh, nice kick.
I'll see you when my deal's up in 2003 until you leave me alone.
Yep.
Ooh, God.
Nice little, that was a cool double team move, drop kick.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh, that kick didn't look great.
Oh,
but that clothesline did. Holy shit.
1, 2, 3.
God
the
damn.
APA get another win for the WWF as they go up 3-1. So not a good night starting off for WCW and the ECW Alliance.
God damn.
It's going to pick up though. Give me 2.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 2 3/4 on that. I'll give it the extra bump because it was stiff. It was a quick match. They kept things moving. So, God, that clothesline. Jesus fuck. But yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that. That was fun. Just beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
I think that's what APA was best at. Just go out there for like 5-7 minutes and just beat the hell out of everybody.
Yep. Here we have good old boy Chris Jericho.
Is this an office or a closet? It's very small.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an office.
Yeah. I think it's an office in name only.
Well, I'm sorry for calling all your daughter those names. And Chris, I don't care. My daughter is all those things.
She's in the Alliance, pal. She is a slut.
Yeah. Oh, really? You call her all those things? Oh, great. Every customer wants it. I like that one. Yeah, every customer welcome. That's what you call the ECW.
This is a long promo here.
Yeah. Like Vince trying to Chris is like, yeah, I'm gonna be Team WWF, man.
I don't believe him. Yeah, he has ties to all three companies.
Yeah.
Is he the only? He's the only one, I think, that has ties to all three, right?
No, Stone Cold.
Oh no, Austin. Yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
And I mean, technically, Kurt Angle was at one ECW show, but then got offended and left.
Yeah, Kurt never appeared on WCW.
No.
No.
No, that's yeah, you're right.
Man, look at Kidman.
Oh. Kidman was so good at the end of WCW. Just going out there when the like fucking rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, but goddamn, he was so good.
I don't know how he got that push with Hogan. I mean, I know how he did, but wow.
It's real bad. It's so bad. Like I that's another thing. Like I understand what they were going for, but Jesus Christ. Like first of all, Hogan was never going to give Kidman the time of day during that feud. Was never going to happen. And just a gigantic fucking mess.
The only new blood that seemed like reasonable was Kidman, Steiner, and Booker T. Bagwell should have been on the Millionaires Club.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Because he's a 10-time Rookie of the Year, so.
Yeah. So here we have X-Pac versus Kidman, WWF Light Heavyweight Champion versus Cruiserweight Champion of WCW.
It's insane. It's insane to me that the Light Heavyweight title lasted this long. Yeah,
it goes from. I just watched on Raw, like I'm going back in 2000. S.A. Rios just beat Gilbert, and he has the title. And then now it's like Jerry Lynn had it in 2001. He loses to Jeff Hardy, who then loses it to X-Pac, the Raw after King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it lasts much longer after this.
It does. I think like him and Tajiri actually.
Oh, really?
I think they switch it back and forth. And then X-Pac gets it back or something, or it's like Tajiri wins the Cruiserweight title. I forget, but I know it's like it goes a little bit back and forth, and then X-Pac leaves with the title in November of 2001, never gave it back.
Oh, jeez.
So here comes Kidman.
It's a cool match on paper.
Mm-hmm. At this time, X-Pac had that go away. He had the X-Pac.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
He always just seemed like, hey, we have X-Pac here, you know? It's like, oh, okay, give him something to do.
I always thought it was weird, too, and I guess eventually they could build to that, but, like, one title match on this show, none of these champion versus champions matches were for any belts, which I think is interesting.
No, I feel like this was the one that you could have had the two titles on the line.
Yep. Oh, yeah, easily. I mean, it's the light heavyweight title. Who cares at this point, you know? It's a title that was, like, exclusively defended on, like, Jacked and fucking Heat.
And Heat, yeah.
So, like, I mean, if you're going to switch any belts, like, this is the one to do.
The only real value to the light heavyweight title is Taka.
Right. I mean, for God's sake, Gilbert was the champion for 2 years. Like, that kind of tells you all you need to know about the light heavyweight title.
Oh, yeah. Christian beats Taka, and then Gilbert beats Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
And then they basically kept the title on him because Gilbert became a thing, and they wanted him to make the entrance with a title.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. Which speaks to again what they thought of that title.
Yep. You got the Karate Kick Master versus the Hurricanrana Master and Shooting Star Press here. Ooh, nice little faceplant. Kidman got a little bit of exposure. He got that one cruiserweight title matchup with Shane Helms.
Right. Yep.
Or Gregory Helms, as they say. Too many Shanes, pal. Too many Shanes.
So is there a reason why X-Pac got so much heat at this point in time that you know?
I think it's just because, like, I feel like the fans are just tired of him. They're like, dude, like, go away.
Yeah.
No, X-Pac, like, it was not relevant. Like, it's like Father Time passed him, but X-Pac made it work. But it's like, dude, you don't belong in the year 2001. Like, go away, maybe come back. I don't know what to do with you. It's
weird to me because he's always been really good in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he ever really, you know, he never really lost. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he was what, like 27 here, probably 28. He was still super
Almost
young.
30. Yeah, I want to say 30, like latest, maybe, hopefully.
Right. So I mean, in theory, he's still at his peak and his prime. So it's always been weird to me.
He just has that, like, oh, well, you know, Xbox friends aren't here.
Yeah. Even this, like, I mean, it's super fast paced. They're moving around.
Yeah. Goes up the top rope. Oh, nice little crossbody. Still do the jumps and the moves.
Yeah.
I think he's the only WWF superstar that got booed at this pay-per-view. Or they actually like Kidman better.
Yeah. Was Rey Mysterio one of the guys getting paid by Time Warner? Is that why he's not here?
Yeah, he was at this point. Yep.
Was he? Yeah.
Still, I'm surprised.
That's the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he did some stuff in Mexico at this point, but because he's the other big name. Like if they brought him in here, like you do him and X-Pac or him and Kidman as a team, like when they were the cruiserweight tag champions at the end, that would have been really cool. But
would you have tried to bring Jeff Jarrett back?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, they could have, I guess.
Or Shane Douglas.
Shane
didn't want to come. Shane did not want to come.
Shane was never going to go back. Like that was never going to happen. I mean, Jarrett was still pretty big at this point. I mean, I get it if they wanted to bring him in. Me personally, I don't want to see it, but like I would understand it. Shane by this point was kind of like on the back nine already. So yeah. I don't know, like it wasn't 1998 Shane Douglas here. You know, he had been ravaged by all those injuries from ECW, and he was just kind of he couldn't really move around that well anymore. If you watch some of those later late WCW 2000 shows, he's struggling in his matches. So like he's kind of on the back nine at this point. So I get why he would never come in anyway because he hates Vince McMahon like poison. So
yeah. Another two. No Conan and no Disco Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel similarly to Conan as I do about Jeff Jarrett. Like, Conan's super popular. I mean, not as, he wasn't as big of a name as Jarrett was in WCW. Ooh. And I, if they brought him in, I would understand that, but not my cup of tea.
Yep.
And kind of Disco, another one, a similar boat to Conan. Disco and Conan carry similar headspace in my head, where like the crowd loves them and they're entertaining for what they are, but they've never been my thing. So.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2.
The other one I thought of too was Dustin Rhodes.
Oh yeah, but I think by this time he's in rehab still, or like I don't know if he's in rehab, but like he seemed like he was gone.
Because he wrestles at Greed. He's at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And he's on the last Thunder, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He is.
So I mean, they could have brought him in for a bit too to boost some stuff.
Yep.
But I think, and obviously you're going to see it as you keep going on this fine podcast of yours. But I think the lack of big names kind of leads to what happens with the alliance happening.
Yep.
The fact that they couldn't get a Steiner, a Nash, a Goldberg, a Sting. I think it ends up hurting them.
Oh,
Jesus!
1, 2.
Damn.
Yeah, X-Pac does that front flip, and Kidman just walked right into the X Factor. It's almost like the equivalent of when Evan Bourne did that shooting star press to the RKO, or Shelton's jump with the Shawn Michaels kick.
Fuck X-Pac heat. This is good. Like,
yep. Oh
God.
It's always a good counter, but I'm sure it's illegal.
Yeah, well.
I always loved the shooting star press. I remember I was like, how do you bend yourself backwards to do that?
Oh
Oh,
God.
1, 2, 3, it's over.
Yeah.
Kidman gets a win for the Alliance. 3-2
I like
Alliance.
I like that these matches are quick too. They're not overstaying their welcome.
Now,
They're like honestly, they're like They're like TV matches. They're like matches you would have seen on Nitro,
yeah.
which is right up my alley.
Oh.
Oof.
See, this is where I can feel like Scott Hudson would be perfect. Look at that, JR. Kidman on top of the shooting star press.
Yeah. Or 10A.
Yeah. And here comes DDP. Did you see what I did to Deborah? Yeah.
That shirt Stephanie's wearing is a choice. Looks like a Christmas tree skirt.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a Vince McMahon like outfit that she just picked up. Would you have rather have had the Invasion T-shirt or the ECF&W T-shirt?
Oh, for sure the ECF&W shirt. In fact, I think I had that shirt around this time.
Oh, nice.
I think they made kid sizes, and I think I somehow convinced my mom to buy me that 10-year-old Matt that shirt.
Here we go, Tori and Stacy. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Which one did you think was hotter?
For me, it's Tori.
All right.
100%.
Me and Jenny, like, we ranked the 4 girls. I think I put Lita 4th. I put Tori 4, Lita 3, Stacy 2, Trish 1.
Tori at 4. Holy Moses.
I don't know. Lita's like red hair and like her look just got to me. Okay, so here comes our first matchup that has absolutely no build up and got no like airtime, just thrown together. And this is where I wanted to see if it was announced on Sunday Night Heat, which it probably was, that it was going to be Raven versus Regal.
Yeah, they must have done something on either Heat or Jack. Who the hell knows? But
because it does weird. Like there's no Raw or SmackDown where it's like, oh, I challenge you. Like even like when we get to Tajiri versus Taz, it's like, oh, you want to face Taz at Invasion? You got it. It's like, well, that really helps now, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's what I mean about this show. Like, if you throw a battle royal on here and you throw all these filler matches in there, I think that's probably better than what you end up getting.
Yep. Do you think that a WCW superstar should have won King of the Ring to really kick off the Invasion?
See, that would have been interesting. Like you have, because Rhyno was in the tournament, you have Rhyno win it or something, right?
Yeah, but the alliance isn't formed. You should have had have Shane like insert one WCW superstar. That WCW superstar wins. Make it count though. Maybe, I don't know, Stupid Canyon could have won the King of the Ring. Be like, yeah, I won.
I'll tell you, that would have been a good spot for Lance Storm. He was the first guy in.
Mm-hmm.
They have him beat Edge in the final.
Yeah. That Super King beats him.
You have that lead to what ends up happening between Edge and Lance Storm coming up.
Yeah, that could have worked. Yep.
But yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is pure filler.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Regal and Raven did have wrestling in Raven's first run in WCW in the early '90s. I think he had. Was Raven was in WCW, I think, in the early 90s, right?
Yeah, he was Scotty Flamengo.
Yeah, I wonder if him and Lord Steven Regal had some matches on WCW Saturday night.
Yeah, they might have on like a Saturday night or a main event or something. That wouldn't surprise me. Some random episode of TV.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Regal here.
But yeah, You can even see the crowd. They're just kind of like, yeah, what's this doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get having Regal because he's the commissioner, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird that he's facing Raven on. It's just a weird match.
Raven.
Regal versus Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you do another tag match here, right? You do Regal and Tajiri versus Taz and Raven. That would have made more sense than just having two singles.
Yeah. Or even like Tom. Imagine if it was like Tommy and Raven.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Again,
I mean, they were tag champs, so in '99. So
I forgot that they came back and they beat the Dudley Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers.
Yeah, when Raven left WCW, he comes back.
I always thought that ponytail guy in the front row was Test. Like they made Test watch in the audience.
Is he on this show?
No, he is not.
That's a weird one.
Test was at this point the mole who let all the WCW and ECW guys into the garden at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
So they kicked his butt and they like walked away. So he's off for a little while.
That's a weird one, not having him on this show.
Mm-hmm.
You could have done Test and Bagwell. There you go. We found a spot for Buff Bagwell.
Raven with the jeans.
Yeah, I mean this is a whole lot of it's better than the referee match, but it's a whole lot of nothing going on here.
Give me 3 1/4 on X-Pac and Kidman.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I enjoyed that. I love a good sprint, and I especially love a high-flying cruiserweight sprint. So yeah, I think 3 1/4 makes a lot of sense to me. Where's Sugar Shane? Where's 3 count? Where's Sugar Shane Helms? I want the Vertebreaker. Where's the Vertebreaker? That move is
they didn't call him. They don't call him Sugar Shane Helms here because
I know
there's already Shane McMahon.
He had the Vertebreaker. He had the awesome entrance music.
Yeah, they gave him the Nightmare on Helm Street.
Yep. Yeah. You know who else they could have brought in was Tank Abbott. Do you do like Taz versus Tank Abbott or something?
Whoa. Or Bradshaw. Bradshaw versus Tank Abbott sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
nice running knee by Regal.
Yep, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think, is this Chad Patton as the referee?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. Regal is all in pink.
Mm-hmm.
Dark shade pink.
So it's a weird way for commissioner to dress, but.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, man, that bulldog looked botched.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd just doesn't give a single fuck about this.
No.
They're all just sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Blows him. A little low blow, but he missed the target.
Oh, God.
Overstretched it.
He almost broke his own neck.
Yeah. 1,
yeah,
2.
This is getting real sloppy here.
Yes, it is. Come on, Scotty. Give me something. All right,
you snotty little turd.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That was a terrible flop.
Oof. Yeah, this started out okay, but it's getting rough.
Would you trade your PS2 for a ride in the Russian space station?
I just saw that sign.
No.
I mean, I think I still have my PS2, so that offer probably still open.
Yeah, you get to ride.
I trade it now for sure. I don't know
Yeah.
about in 2001.
No. I don't know how they didn't have like a. Oh, here comes Taz.
Taz. Or rather, girthy-looking Taz.
Suplexing.
Oh, that was the best move of the match.
Here's the problem. The WCW guys are just taking interference shots, and that's how they win. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
So
I think
it's all tied up now. 3-3.
That's part of it too. The interference that becomes a huge, which again I get, but that becomes a huge crutch during all this stuff. Is that there's a buttload of interference coming up,
and they can't win on their own. 3-3.
That becomes a real problem.
Yep.
Oh God, that scowl from Regal. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm surprised they never did like the Invasion video game. Made the WCW guys like a video game out of this, because SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I mean, Just Bring It came out. Yep. Then you had the WrestleMania 18 GameCube game. I'm really just surprised that they did not have an Invasion game here.
So they were, when WCW closed, they were working on. Do you remember Mayhem? The WCW game Mayhem. They were working on a second one when WCW closed, and I almost wonder if WWF should have kind of bought the rights to that and kind of done an Invasion type of thing with it.
Yeah,
because eventually Mayhem 2 would end up becoming Def Jam Vendetta. It was the same game, so that's what ended up happening with Mayhem 2. It became a wrestling game with rap musicians in it, but. I think that could have been interesting if they bought the rights to that game and took it over and just kind of made it like an Invasion type of deal. That would have been pretty cool.
Yep. Not the best year for Undertaker or Kane, 2001. They are still leaders of the locker room here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is kind of we're at the tail end of lazy Taker here. And especially
here comes the no filler match.
Yeah, this is the most filler, in fact.
Yeah. Look at the big oh
God.
So, this is punishment show. This isn't even Big Show. This is punishment show right here.
He's a perfect guy who could have been in the Alliance.
Yeah.
He fucking started in WCW.
Make a promo that, Vince McMahon just kept on punishing me, so I went to somewhere where I wouldn't get punished.
Right. That would have been perfect, what you just said. That's all it would have taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
This is not a good year for Big Show.
No.
Right, so it's Big Show. Oh, here comes the one, Billy Gunn.
Oh, incredible entrance music. My God. Just the best.
And so, I'm surprised that AC/DC didn't catch them for rifting off of TNT.
Yeah.
It looked like they were. Vince wants to talk about copyrights.
And here we have the rare snapshot of Albert as Intercontinental Champion.
Yep. I'm trying to think if they snuck in the Uncle Cracker song here. I think this might have been the one time they got away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, Albert as Intercontinental Champion is a weird concept, but he's doing that big bicycle kick. His matches with Kane were not that bad.
Yeah, no, those matches with Kane are fun. Just fun hoss battles,
Yeah, the big
out of nowhere.
Kick. Yep. Between the bicycle kick by Albert and the Baldo Bomb and just Kane's flying clothesline that he always does.
It's just weird to me that Albert was an Intercontinental Champion, As brief as it is. I think he only holds it for a couple weeks, but...
Oh my gosh, here we have Sean
Look at this
Stasiak,
who's who of misfits.
Chris Kanyon, and Hugh Morris.
Look, one of these guys is very good. I love Kanyon, but the rest of them not so much.
No.
Just Good Lord. What? This is worse than the referee match on paper.
I still like Hugh Morris for a big guy, and he's another one of those big guys that can do a moonsault.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had the look, but they just didn't give him. And oh boy, Sean Stasiak. Oh, here we go.
Jeez.
You don't even need to do tagging here. This is what. Oh,
No.
jeez.
I never understood the Sean Stasiak thing.
He got in trouble again in WWF. He never learned his lesson the first time. He got in trouble again in WrestleMania weekend for going on a radio show he called into a radio show and told that radio show that WCW was going to invade WWF WrestleMania 17.
Jesus.
And they got wind of it. And then they were like, well, everyone go home. But then Ernie Ladd was like, no, you guys will be the guests at my skybox. So Ernie Ladd paid for the WCW guys in a skybox, basically.
Oh, God.
Ernie Ladd, of all people.
Jeez.
And that's where they got the WCW guys got recognition, right. But again, it was too little, way too little, too late.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to do this, and Sean Stasiak F's it up.
What, did Sean Stasiak want to be like Todd Gordon? What the hell is he doing?
Yeah. He screwed himself again. Then they give him this angle where he just runs into things.
Who better than Canyon?
Everybody. How do you not learn your lesson the first time here?
That's just blatantly stupid.
Mm-hmm. I think they had him do the old Mr. Perfect song for a little while. Still here too.
Yeah. God, Billy Gunn versus Sean Stasiak. This is like a Mortal Kombat mirror match. Jesus.
Nope. Oh, nice neck breaker there. For the last match, sorry, I'm not keeping up. Give me 2 stars.
Yeah, it got real sloppy at the end there. I'm thinking 1.5
stars. Oh boy.
And this is treading in the same direction.
Again, Sean Stasiak was a natural born thriller.
Yeah, and he was the worst of the natural born
thrillers. I agree with you. Yeah. He does not come off the best.
No. I never understood the hype behind him. He's got a decent look, but man, he's just awful. And I always thought he was terrible in the ring.
It looked like Canyon and Hugh Morris were not on the the last days of WCW. It looked like they were gone too by the time WCW goes out of business. Maybe their contracts ran out.
They both wrestled on Greed. I know Canyon did.
Okay. Baldo Bomb?
Canyon wrestles the Cat on Greed. I only know this because I just watched the show a month ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think Hugh Morris is there too. I don't know if he's on Greed. I can't remember.
Nope.
I think he's there.
Yeah.
He's in he's because Rick Steiner is U.S. champion for the last month of WCW.
That's right.
And Hugh Morris is feuding with him, and then Booker T comes back, and that leads to Booker T winning the U.S. title.
Yep. No Rick Steiner ever returning to WWF as well.
Yeah, I mean, if Scott wasn't come back, why would you want the worst version of Scott Steiner?
He went right to the school board.
Yeah.
Famous Serta. Oh. Hugh Morris had to tilt down just a little bit more. Luckily, Billy was able to reevaluate that.
This honestly, it's filler, but this isn't bad.
No.
It's pretty, they're keeping a pretty good pace. Oh, that didn't look good. Morris just collapsed for some reason.
And now 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a bad ending.
What the hell was that?
That was terrible.
I was just praising this match.
Yes, you were. Star and a quarter.
I have no idea what's happening. Did the bell ring?
Yeah, the bell did ring.
Huh.
I think it's 5-4 WCW.
So WCW wins, but then WWF immediately gets all the heat back.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Kane gets the alley-oop. He doesn't even get a choke slam.
No.
He just gets Bunzai. Oh, that was bad. He
Oh.
lands on his knee instead of going face first.
Yeah. So you're already on basically day damn one. You're already starting to see what the WWF kind of as a company thinks of WCW.
I don't even. Did Hugh Morris even land the moonsault? Did he get a moonsault shot in?
It looked like he just Stasiak hit a move and then Morris just kind of collapsed for the pin.
Yeah, I know. But I was
Super
trying to pay attention. There's so much going on, and here you have the gold, the man. He's got the U.S. title and the World Heavyweight title. Booker T.
I mean that match was going pretty good again until that finish. So I'll just go 1.5 on that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a decent enough Raw type of match before the god awful finish. Booker's really good at this point too.
I think we're tied 3-3. Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I know. 3-3 because Kidman won, so that got him to the second win, and then this matchup. So it's 3-3 all tied up.
So weird to see Booker T and Shane McMahon interact.
I thought they made a good little group here.
God, I love Tajiri.
Oh no, the alliance is up 4-3 because Raven just beat Regal.
Right. Yep. Raven beat Regal.
Mm-hmm. And now, he's like, you gotta destroy Taz.
You snotty little... You go out there, you destroy that snotty little toe-rag, Taz. You bloody well do it.
Did Taz and Tajiri feud once in ECW?
Yeah, throughout night. They had a couple... They had a pay-per-view match in 99, and they wrestled a few times on TV.
Oh, yeah, because Taz was ECW champion.
Mm-hmm. I think I want to say... Heatwave 99. They have a title match. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah. So here comes Taz
through all kinds of smoke. My God, I hate this look for Taz. The car mechanic look. It's just so bad.
Yeah, but he's still I know he's small, but he still looks like that tough guy.
Yeah, no, he does, but. I never liked this look for him. Not my Taz.
The car mechanic, yeah. You need new tires.
I'm gonna fix your brakes, Cole. You need new shock absorbers.
Who had better kicks, Tajiri or X-Pac?
Oh, God, Tajiri by a landslide. I love Tajiri. I love everything Tajiri does.
Yeah. So Tajiri's going to have a good summer. Taz is just going to be an alliance member.
Yep. This should be good because these two guys have wrestled each other a bunch.
Yep. Taz starting on the offense. Oh.
God.
Oh. How do you just do a landing, standing backflip like that?
I cannot wait until we see Tajiri on the Extreme Three-Way Dance on the North-South Connection podcast network, which you can listen to every other Thursday, myself, JT, and Jenny, as we go through the world of ECW. We're currently in 1998. Give it a listen.
Yeah. I forgot. I was like, I know I'm missing one as I gave you your intro. I know there's always one, but you're on so many. It's
I do. I'm a regular on 4 shows. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's you're bound to miss one of them.
Yeah, you're good. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus God.
Oh, I used to have I had karate kicks like Tajiri, not fast, but I did Tiger Schulman's karate.
I was gonna ask you, were you like any kind of belts? Like, do you have a?
I got to the high red belt, the red belt with the stripe in front of it.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
Like yeah, I learned how to like use my I learned how to use my feet more than my like punches, you know, like if like
Yep.
people were to like come right at me, I would just like kick them, be like, yeah, you know, I actually won second place at a Challenge of Champions tournament for karate. Like a Karate Kid style tournament. I got second place in my division.
James Double Dragon Gruenberg.
Yeah, like it's like the kid I was facing like studied my like moves, and he was like, "Oh, this kid's got no punch, so I can beat him." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I made it in second place." Meanwhile, my mom's like, "This kid's gonna come home with a black eye." I call my mom, I'm like, "Hey, mom, I want second place." I come in with like a huge trophy. She's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "Yeah, mom, I want second place."
I'm good at karate, it turns out.
Yeah, just give me the ice.
Did you have a black eye though?
No.
Oh, good.
Like, no kicks to the face. Just like you get the wind knocked out of you the most. Like, or if you catch the knee, basically.
Yep.
Mostly submission moves here, trying to choke out the other one. Jerry's got his kicks. Taz's got the submissions.
Yeah.
I feel like we are flying through this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think that's part of it is because the matches have been quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little spine buster by Taz.
This is pretty reminiscent of what their ECW matches were like. Mm-hmm. They're quick like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think next is the hardcore title, the brawn panties, and then the main event.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the main event on the show being pretty long.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes, if I remember right.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see if it holds up, because I remember loving that match the last time I watched it. So.
Yeah. I think Tajiri was going for that back flip, but Taz threw him right off.
Yep. This is kind of near the end for Taz as far as like being a wrestler, huh? Like he's done by what, early 02?
No, because he wins the late 02, like mid 02, because he wins the tag team titles with Spike Dudley.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But as far as like matches here, like he's got like a couple of more, like, but like he's not really the focal point of the invasion angle.
Yeah.
They're all just backseat drivers, you know?
Yeah. And like I think if Taz was healthier, because I mean, like there's a lot of tread on those tires between the broken neck and all the other injuries he's had.
Yeah.
Like if he was healthier, like I think he's a guy they could have built like the ECW portion of it around. But given the state he was in at this point, it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, him, Awesome, and Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
And Tommy. Oh, yeah. You could have built those four.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Raven's Raven.
Yeah, I mean Raven's got ties to both. Oh, Jesus God.
Suplex, caught him.
Suplex. I could watch Taz throw people around all day like that. Oh, God.
You're going to be... I mean, you see it a lot on... Oh, he got the miss. He missed it on.
Oh, that kick. Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding.
That was fun, too.
It up. Yeah.
That was fun as hell. Like... God.
$5-5, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Regal interfered as well, but then
Yeah, I thought I remembered that happening too, but I
yeah,
guess
he
not.
missed. Oh, here we go, baby.
I think this may be overrating it, but I think I'm gonna go like 2 3/4 on that match. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
I'll go with you on that. Yeah, 2 3/4. Matt Hardy's like so annoying during this time period.
That shirt is a choice.
It's like he stole it from Christian.
Oh! Damn.
Look at the tiger outfits. Is that which one's the fashion statement of the night? Is it this or is it the tiger outfit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So here we are at WWF New York. Here comes Hardcore Holly is there tonight.
Yeah, that's. I'm surprised he's not on the show either. You could have thrown him somewhere.
Yeah, you could throw everybody everywhere. Someone's got to be the guy in WWF New York, So it had to be Holly's turn.
I guess so. You had fucking Sean Stasiak right there. Put him in
there. Him and Holly side by side.
Holly's about to beat the bag out of this poor fan.
He just ripped off his WCW shirt.
That shirt is exploding off of Hardcore Holly. Good lord.
Hardcore Holly's still injured. I think he was still injured at this time from that Kurt Angle broken arm, but he's rehealing it.
Jesus, really? Wow. That was like in the middle of 2000, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was gone for the whole year almost.
That's a hell of a broken arm.
Yeah, but I think he's done by now. He's just there. I do like the skull. It's a weird outfit.
It's a weird one for RVD. I'll agree. Looks like he's in the cast of Cats.
Hey, I'm Rob Van Dam on WWF New York. Come see my new Broadway show, Cats. Jeff Hardy's hair.
A huge pop for RVD. Massive. Rightfully so.
Yep. The one heel that got over as a babyface.
Yep.
Can't wait to get to October of 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this match being very good as well.
Mm-hmm. You got Daredevil Jeff Hardy. It almost feels like Jeff Hardy cannot lick Rob Van Dam's boots at times. It just felt like RVD was the superior hardcore man.
He 100% was.
Kicked him in the face.
And just right out of the gate.
I think Jeff was I feel like Jeff was better than hardcore champion. I don't know. At this point,
he had already been Intercontinental Champion earlier this year.
Yeah.
So, they could have done that again.
Yep. But again, it's who could have been Jeff Hardy's who could have been hardcore champion here? It looks like Jeff was the best guy for it as a WWF competitor.
I mean, you kind of mentioned it earlier. If you pull Rhyno out and throw RVD in the main event, you could have Rhyno fucking destroy Jeff Hardy here.
Yeah, or Mike Awesome could be hardcore champion. I don't know why they missed the ball with him again.
Yeah,
he's a mystery.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Van Dam doing his jumps. Oh, like a backwards whisper in the wind too.
Just RVD at this point, he's the type of guy who could literally work a match with anybody and have it be great.
Mm-hmm.
Just super fucking talented.
if you want another man's opinion about WWF Invasion, go back to WWE War with JT and Marcus. That's also on Thursdays, opposite of Extreme Three-Way Dance. They are wrapping up the 2012, 2013 season, I think. No, 2018, 2019. Sorry about that. But JT said he liked Rhyno in the main event.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I have no real issue with Rhyno being there either. But my thing is RVD is so over at this point that it kind of feels like he should be in a higher spot than fighting for the hardcore title.
Yeah, I feel like Rob Van Dam made ECW, put ECW on the map.
I mean, listen, he was main eventing pay-per-views as television champion.
Yeah, we are. I always hate that spot, the guardrail.
When RVD was TV champ and Taz was world champ, RVD was main eventing most of those pay-per-views over Taz.
Yep.
That's just kind of how it was.
I thought it was the 2012, 2013 season because WrestleMania was in New York in 2013 and 2019. So I was like, oh, it's not the 2019, it's the 2018, 2019 season of War. You have Jeff Hart. Oh, we met him.
Shit.
Oh, Jeff has got to be careful. I always felt like he's like, yo, what's up? Did you see how Robin was like meant to do that? It's like someone was just gonna like trick Jeff Hardy, like be a douche.
Yeah. Very very different style of match than what you're used to seeing out of the hardcore title.
Mm-hmm.
This is very ECW. This match.
Yeah. I feel that Paul must have put in a couple of words with Van Dam to how this match should go. Oh
shit.
Yes, they are fighting the. Oh my God!
Jesus God!
You imagine being that little kid?
He almost killed that kid.
Almost killed. He's like, watch this kid. Yeah.
That kid's traumatized for life.
And they're all wearing, I think, Taz t-shirts too.
Yeah.
It's more traumatizing that your dad forced you to wear that t-shirt or that Rob Van Dam jumped in your face.
A little A, a little B.
If Tony the Tiger was real, it would be Rob Van Dam's shirts.
It is a choice.
Yeah, Frosted Flakes.
The cheetah print is not a thing I've seen often out of RPG.
Oh!
God.
God, if Jeff Hardy's spine or back is not crushed, I don't know what to believe anymore.
His everything is crushed.
By
His
now,
entire body. Yeah.
Oh,
God.
It's like he hit the tailbone real hard, like from the angle of the kick.
That wasn't a small leap that RVD did there.
That was a big jump.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see it. I mean, you could see it. The crowd just fucking eating up everything he does.
Mm-hmm. Not that I do like what you guys do on Impact or other wrestling shows, but would you give Van Dam the MVP here?
So far, absolutely. Just
The
from,
Invasion.
and I mean, this match isn't over yet, but I think right now it's pretty easily.
Yeah. This is probably the match of the night, no doubt, or the main event.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now Jeff's got to bring in the ladder. That won't come into play until SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big ladder.
That is a gigantic ladder.
They must have went to Home Depot for this.
Yeah.
Call me the Cleveland Home Depot, please.
See, now here, where is he climbing to? That's the thing.
Don't know, but
What was he trying to accomplish here?
oh god, and he doesn't go back. Oh no! Oh, he flips himself. Oh, okay. It's like, please do not kick him onto the stage. Onto the thing. Where is he going? Oh god, he's gonna go falling the other way.
Jesus.
Oh jeez! Oh.
God.
What was he trying to do?
Fuck.
So, yeah.
That's insane.
Don't know what he was trying to do.
I believe this is the spot where JR makes the infamous call, how do you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? I think it's from that.
Wow. Now, we know what Van Damme can do with a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what he does with this.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot, but then my memory just came back what he does with that chair, and it's brutal. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Mr. Ladder. I still think Benoit jumping through the middle rope and meeting the chair at Royal Rumble 01 was insane. Jericho flashes it like, hiya.
Yep.
Oh, man. Chris Benoit on this. Chris Benoit, Triple H, Rikishi, all out.
I think Benoit does it. I think Benoit does it again in that TLC match on SmackDown too.
Yep. Oh, Van Damme in there right off the stage. Oh, jeez. That's what he does with the chair, yeah. But yeah. So Benoit's missing. Triple H is missing.
Yeah.
And Rikishi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Just to let you know, Stone Cold's been out with that broken hand for the whole month of June. This is his first match back.
Yep. Yeah, when he went through the table, he broke his hand at King of the Ring, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Booker T?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not the best way to debut. Broke Stone Cold Steve Austin fans.
Yeah, broke his hand and I hurt his back too, but other than that.
God. I don't know how, dude, the adrenaline must just make Jeff keep on going.
Yeah, totally. Just no fear, not caring what happens to your body.
It's like a Van Daminator onto off the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see that almost walk botched by Lita or Trish, whichever one, as they're walking back up the stage.
God. Just 2 6 spots back to back like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you too, this is almost a squash. I feel like Hardy hasn't gotten a lot of offense.
No, and now he's gonna just get pulled. Oh
God.
Oh, he's busted. He's bleeding right there. Yeah, oh, he gets the knees up though. That's gotta hurt. But again, Hardy takes the brunt of everything.
Yeah. Oh God, that DDT.
Oh, over rotated.
Fuck.
Yeah. Hardcore title never left the ring.
No.
So give me that.
Oh my God.
What's he gonna do? Twist the fate him onto it. Now German. Oh!
Good Lord.
Folded up like an accordion was Van Damme.
Jesus. Yeah, he is cut. You can see it on his forehead. He's got a cut from that chair shot, I'm guessing.
Ooh, jawbreaker.
Man, RVD's selling is so fucking good.
Yeah. Well, looks like Jeff's going up for the Swanton. You can see that Van Dam's going to move.
Oh, and he
He
landed on
looked
the
right
title.
at him.
And he landed on the title.
Yeah. Is he gonna pin him here? No, is he gonna go for it? No. Oh, I know what he does now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Rob Van Dam, here we go. To pull yourself up like that after all those shots.
Yep.
Oh,
man. God damn.
1, 2, 3.
That was awesome.
What do you rate it?
I think I am going to go 3 3/4 on that.
I wanted to go 4, but I'm going to go 3 3/4 as well because I think it's Jeff that doesn't do a lot. Van Dam looks totally amazing here, but like you said, it looks like it's a squash here, and it's like, well, what's he doing?
And I think that's kind of okay, given how popular RVD was.
Yeah.
And I mean, Hardy is kind of on the downswing as far as his singles career goes at this point. So I mean, RVD's the hot thing, so put the title on him. I get it, you know.
Definitely a match of the night. This matchup here.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, I mean, while Van Dam gets like the kickoff start here, Mike Awesome is still the first WCW or ECW guy to have a title. But Rob Van Dam.
And this leads to a lot of like kind of different hardcore title matches. Like, I mean, the Crash Holly type of title match isn't going to be a thing anymore.
It's gone. Yeah.
Right. So a lot of the hardcore title matches kind of become like what you would see in ECW out of RVD. A lot of those matches kind of become that instead of like here's a mop, here's a trash can, shit like that.
Yep. I think it's like 5-4 EC alliance now. Yeah.
I do like these Vince pep talk type of things they've been doing throughout the show. It's interesting. Because I think it shows like that clearly Vince is taking this threat pretty seriously. Like you could see it in his face. He's just manic.
I don't think he's at his best in 2001 though.
Overall.
Vince, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly like it's more about Shane than it is Vince. I mean, Vince really does take after this, except for I think like 2 more weeks, like Vince takes a back seat and lets it implode basically.
Mm-hmm.
He's only there for what's about to come, starting tomorrow, the next night on Raw.
Right.
Kurt Angle here was goofy, but when it came to wrestling time, he was there.
Yep.
Oh, here we have green versus blue-green here. Lita is the only one who had the talent. But boy, are these pictures really hot, like these frames.
So what is it? Is this then the main event, right?
No, it's a bra and panties match, just like the Sebi.
Right. And then the main event.
Is, yeah. I don't think this is a good bathroom break, like good timing. You just had that follow this kind of match between Van Dam and Van Dam and Jeff Hardy, so
yeah, you needed a piss break, man. You needed a buffer between that and the main event, so it makes sense.
Trish locking eyes with both Hardy boys.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy goes, chicks think we're hot, Matt.
I believe there's also a very special referee for this, too.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy goes, chicks think we're hot, Matt.
Where's David Flair? They could have found a spot for him. And Crowbar.
Yeah. Crowbar got released before the end of WCW.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. What about the Mamalukes?
Johnny the Bull was in Heartland Association. I don't think they were ready for him.
I see, that's a missed opportunity.
Some of the WCW guys that they did acquire, like Sanders, Elix Skipper, Johnny, and a couple of like other ones too, got sent to developmental instead of just being on the Alliance side. But I think if Sanders can't wrestle, you should have made him the Alliance commissioner. I stand by that one. I do.
I think Evan Courageous went down there, and Lash LaRue was down there too.
LaRue was down there. According to Bruce Pritchard, when he does it with Conrad, they did not look at Evan Courageous.
Well, they just didn't respect 3 count.
No.
It's a crime, really.
You guys are the 2 cool rejects.
Yeah.
But they could sing. Yeah, it's Mick Foley again.
That would have been a perfect feud. 2 cool versus 3 count.
Yes. Here, Mick Foley was like a WWF ambassador, so he was like making his own rules. But Mick's on his last leg here as appearances and all.
Yeah.
His contract was running out.
Yeah, I feel like it's right after this. He doesn't show up for a while.
He shows up in October as the last straw as he No Mercy pay-per-views coming together.
And then after that, I don't think you see him again until like summer of 03.
Yep.
Which is wild to think about, that he doesn't pop up for 2 years.
In 2002, yeah. Just like when Hogan did not appear in 2004, especially for like the WrestleMania 20 time.
Yeah, that's interesting too to get think about. Yeah. Mick's gonna take this very seriously, I could tell.
It's a very serious match.
It's the co-main event. I mean. I love how it's a piss break match and nobody has left their seats.
No. Look at Stacy. I saw Stacy at the Hall of Fame. She still looks the same.
Oh yeah.
Like Tori aged, but Stacy, no. Get Stacy Keibler to replace Vanna White. That's what they should do.
I mean, that's
not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. No. You've had worse ideas for sure.
Yes, I have. There was no way that Vince Russo was ever coming back to WWF. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, they said that they gave Eric Bischoff feelers, but Jim Ross didn't really give Eric. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Jim Ross.
Someone spent way too much time on that fucking sign.
Yeah.
Holy Moses.
Where do you get the fuck? You must have gone to a legal downloading website for that one.
Either that or he cut it out of a magazine.
Yeah. They said that they gave Eric Bischoff feelers to come in around this time, but Jim Ross didn't give him like really no detail.
Yeah.
Lita is not in the best pants. Parachute pants.
No, this is a look for Lita. Yes. It's not great.
No. Who did we say also had a look? I forget.
Oh, Matt Hardy had the Met shirt on.
Matt Hardy had a look.
So apparently it's a Hardy and Lita thing.
Oh yeah, but also we gave it to Van Dam, like the Tiger outfit. Oh.
I mean, it's 2001. This is kind of the look. The baggy pants like that. The parachute pants.
Yep.
She looks like the lead singer of some new metal cover band.
Sheldon Benjamin once described her as the Gwen Stefani of WWE.
You know what? That makes perfect sense. I could see that 100%. That's a good comp.
Yep. At first, I didn't get it, but then I looked up Gwen Stefani pictures, and I was like, "Oh, now I get it."
Yeah, that's a really good comparison.
Even still, this is still like, I mean, Trish has gotten better, but she's still like green.
Yeah,
and plus
she's not quite there yet.
Plus, she goes down with an injury too in 2001. I think it's her elbow or like her arm.
I think once she wins the women's title, they kind of have her learn how to do the wrestling thing while she's champion. So
yep. Up here comes up. Tori's top stays on.
Who was the women's champion at this point? Was it technically
it's
still China?
But it's vacant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It doesn't get invited back until Survivor Series.
Right. But I wasn't sure if China had vacated it yet, or.
Oh no, she's gone by Judgment. Like her last pay-per-view is Judgment Day.
Oh right, okay.
And now they're like fighting over like who's gonna fight these women.
Right. And Mick calling it right down the middle. He's doing a fine job.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, there's no rules here. Mick sees all.
It's like being a guest referee for a bra and panties match. There's a sign there that just says "nice thong." I hope that sign wasn't directed towards Mick.
No, I don't think so.
I hope not, because that'd be something.
Be bad. Ooh, nice little kick by Tori. You would have thought these girls got some power plant training, but really they're not a.
Yeah, I mean I don't think they ever wrestled in WCW.
No.
They were mostly.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich? I wonder what a fish sandwich tastes like.
I bet it tastes like fish.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
Yeah, one would make that assumption.
Oh, these are some interesting signs.
It's Cleveland. What do you want?
Why isn't Drew Carey here? He's from Cleveland. Drew Carey should have been the special guest referee for this match.
Would Drew Carey be on the Alliance or would he be on Team WWF?
I think he would be on with the Alliance. I would give him Alliance credit.
You think so? And then you put Mimi on Team WWF?
Yeah, have King just choke slam him, be like, "Hi, Drew. Remember me?" Oh, gosh. Raven and Drew Carey as a tag team.
Oh, boy. His finisher would be the moon over pile driver.
Gosh.
This is very long for a bra and panties match.
Yes, it is.
Holy Moses. This is like fucking Brett Shawn from Mania 12.
Only Stacy's top has been taken off.
This is going to be a bra and panties match. It's going to go a 1 hour draw.
Oh, well, nope, here we go. Oh, and white on.
That guy should hold up his nice thong sign right now.
Yes. Tori's like, just took off my pants. Oh, this is disgusting, JR. He's got the nice thong sign up. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, that was nasty.
Oh, no, Lita got her bra, her top removed, so now it's coming towards like the end. Bulldog. Yeah, Stacy took that pretty well.
Thank goodness. It's been 36 minutes since the opening bell. So.
Yes. Oh, boy. Here comes a... Oh, no. I don't... Oh.
Yeah, that was all right.
Lita cannot land that moonsault. Like when she came to the Royal Rumble, it was bad.
Yeah.
She landed on the knees or she lands on the face. Like she doesn't like land it right in the stomach.
She like overshoots it a lot. Time of the fall, 48 minutes, 32 seconds.
Again, nice thong.
Someone thought that sign was a great idea.
Yeah. the National Humane Society.
Yeah, that was another weird one. What the hell is with these signs?
This is so bad.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Holy shit, she almost died.
I think both of them almost fell.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, we played it off so well. It's like, yeah, we almost
that
died.
that could have been really bad and also really funny at the same time.
Yeah, jeez, we didn't know where the hole was.
And they just fall into the pit.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, pep talk time.
Real pep talk. They didn't do these individual pep talks. They did it all in a group.
So did WWF not have like the rights to have the ECW belts? Is that why Rhyno doesn't have the title with him?
I guess so. Or Paul just didn't want it, or Vince didn't want it. I have no idea.
He had to use the belt as collateral and sell it to a pawn shop.
Yeah, but honestly,
to pay Tommy Dreamer.
Mm-hmm. Who would you give on the WWF side? Who would you give the ECW belt to? Jeff Hardy again?
Yeah, I mean, even just having the visual here of Rhyno having the title would have been cool.
Yeah, for one night at least.
Because I mean, it's not a thing you really saw. Because when he wins the ECW title, it's at the final pay-per-view.
Yeah. So, well, here we go. The old Stone Cold. You can see his rattlesnake eyes. Like he's ready to attack.
Well, hell, son.
He's still got his his whole hand covered basically. So I guess it's not healed up yet.
You think I'm gonna let Diamond Dallas Page drop me on that stack of dimes I call a neck? You got another thing coming, son.
I don't care if my wife got kidnapped, Vince. I'm gonna whoop some ass.
I am the toughest son of a bitch.
I don't think they should have remade Stone Cold's music after this. I think they should have kept it as Disturbed.
Was it still Disturbed at this point? Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like the last time, pretty
much.
By SummerSlam, he has that faster theme.
Yeah. I don't think they should have gotten rid of Disturbed. Disturbed is like the best heel music for Austin.
Yeah. I don't mind the faster one, but yeah.
3 ECW guys and 2 WWF guys. WCW guys. I now own WCW, Landmark Night.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all Landmark Nights here. Well, even the build-up for Invasion was really good.
That's the thing, like, and that's why I think this show did so damn well, just because of how crazy the last, 4 months had been leading up to it, you know?
Yep.
Just in wrestling, just in American wrestling in general. ECW gone, WCW gone in a matter of, 6 weeks, you know? Just fucking crazy.
Yeah. And then look at, who's on the Survivor Series team for the Alliance. It's that's bad.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And I like Survivor Series 01. I like that show. I like that main event a lot. But by that point, it's a WWF show, you know?
Yeah.
Clearly.
So while this promo is going on here, do you have want to do plugs? What do you have to plug to get listeners to?
Sure. I've already mentioned Extreme 3-Way Dance on the North-South Connection, so listen to that. You can find me on GC Dub on the North-South Connection podcast network. That's myself and Jennifer Smith, where we go through the land of GCW, where we talk about the comings and goings of GCW. So Game Changer Wrestling. So give that a listen, and right here on this very feed, you can find me on Highway to the Impact Zone, along with the other gaggle of misfits, where we live watch TNA wrestling and have a fun time with that. And speaking of live watches, there's also YouTube Roulette, where us and the very same gaggle of misfits from Highway to the Impact Zone, we live watch matches from YouTube. So listen to all that stuff and find me on Twitter, or I guess X, at msouza1991.
Yes, you are on a lot of podcast shows. You know, It's like you touch all three like fan bases at one point or another. It's like North South, the pop feed sometimes, and the Place to Be Nation podcast as well. As for me, you can find me mostly on the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed. Besides this podcast, I also do Extreme Resurrection with Steve Riddle, where we watch ECW from 2006 to 2010. We are we're right past the Chris Benoit incident and what happened there. We're going into Great American Bash 2007, where it's CM Punk versus Johnny Nitro. A couple of names have debuted on ECW, Viscera and The Miz make their debuts as well. So we'll see what happens as ECW again has to reshuffle the deck in 2007. Also, I had the distinct honor of being the last guest on the Mothership podcast, Vault, where I covered WrestleMania 26 with Scott and Justin as they get ready to prepare for a new Place to Be Nation podcast on their end too. So that'll be coming out soon. You can catch me on that as well.
Very good.
Yep. And you can find me on X Gruney 316. So here's a good one. I covered this one with Chad, the big Stone Cold Pop here. The crowd went nuts when he comes back. Yep. I'm thinking Vince McMahon was still paying Freddie Blassie up until his death. He was one of those like old timers. So like Vince, I think paid till the end.
Yeah,
I think him and Monsoon, Arnold Skoland. I think like you got to think like Freddie Blassie, Skoland, Briscoe, Patterson, and Gorilla Monsoon were like the mob of wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, this is a great video. This is a really good video package.
Yeah. Oh,
like it's a great snapshot. Like if it's smart because like we mentioned before, the show did 700,000 buys, so there or somewhere around there. So there's a chance that you're a lapsed fan who hadn't really been watching or paying attention. So you watch that video package, you're immediately caught up onto everything that's been going on. Like that was super well done.
Mm-hmm. There was like that triumph of the Alliance standing tall, like arm in arm. Like I love that the raises, and like Paul Heyman that sometimes was pulling off the Bill Alfonso look with just like the T-shirt on, without like the whole two-piece suit as well. Oh, well, they do have a WWF and a WCW referee here as well.
Yep.
I love how it's not Earl Hebner and Nick Patrick. You got to go to Plan B, Kyoto and Robinson.
No, they're still in the hospital from that bloodbath they had earlier.
Here comes Paul Heyman and Stephanie. Heyman delivering his first shoe promo to Vince 3 days before this pay-per-view. He'll deliver another one 3 days before Survivor Series. I always love like the purple, like the ECW purple. Like it felt like it was like a tough sort of thing. Like, I always love there's something about Heyman. It's just Heyman. It's not Stephanie. It's Heyman.
Yeah.
You couldn't say that. You couldn't say that Heyman was the owner because of the bank, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, right. He just filed for bankruptcy. There's no way he's owner.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, this is a loaded fucking match.
Yes, it is.
With talent.
Oh, and here comes Vince McMahon.
You're not invading anything, pal.
Oh.
That's another match they could have done here. Vince versus Shane.
Again.
Yeah, why not? It's WWF versus WCW at this point.
You did not. I don't think you needed to.
No.
No.
I just feel like the undercard needed something else.
Yeah, but I mean, it got that Van Dam match, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't save the whole card, but it boosted up a little bit.
Mm.
Van Dam match number 1. This number 2. Kidman X-Pac 3.
Yeah, that was good too. Well, we'll see. This may be my number 1 because I
Yeah.
remember liking this match a lot.
Here come
Last
the
time I
Dudley
watched it.
boys. They're ECW through and through. They can be in WWF for a whole year and still like make ECW look good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Rhyno and Raven that sort of make it look not bad, but like you were just on you were in WWF like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because
That
Rhyno
was-
comes in what, like right before Mania, right?
April 2001, yeah. Like
Yeah.
around March-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
And I think
he's at
Raven's there in September 2000.
September. Yeah, the Dudleys are there in 1999.
Yep.
Kane comes out next. Oh,
Yeah, they
Surprised
they
they-
alternate the entrances.
I'm surprised they did it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because at Survivor Series they do it. All the Alliance guys come out first, and then the WWF guys rolling.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna get me to want to watch Survivor Series. I'm in a Survivor Series mood anyway, given the time of year we're in. As we record this in November, but
Yeah.
I may watch that at some point.
Maybe I'll bring you back for Survivor
Yeah.
Series 01.
There you go.
Keep rolling. It's a good thing I didn't take it as have his bike, because that would have been a weird ramp to try to run a motorcycle down.
I don't think that would have worked.
I mean, if he goes off, like immediately ran his motorcycle off the stage.
You thought it was bad when Trish and Lita almost fell off the
He
stage.
drove off the stage.
Wait till Taker drives his fucking bike off of it.
I chew tobacco. Good to know, sir.
These signs.
Yes.
What the hell's in the water in Cleveland?
Tobacco, that's what's in the water. Rhyno. Yeah, I gotta think that like the last ECW title was like seized by the banks at this point.
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking that might be it. It was some form of collateral for something that Heyman owed money on.
Mhm. Then again, he must have had enough money to go get it back for 2006. Unless he rebranded, redid the art on the ECW title.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right, because when they bring it back, they do use the original belt.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Random. Yeah, I saw a random green guy, green shirt in the front row. And then you see I'm with Stupid sign in Cleveland as well when Jericho comes out. I'm with Stupid. What do you think of the purple tights Jericho has?
Yeah, I like them. Like, I think they are.
The kid almost
It's
fell
not,
off.
it's not one of yeah, he did. It's not one of his best looks, but I think the red tights he has that are the same, I think are worse than these.
Yeah.
But these are pretty good. Like,
He's
they're not
got
his
good
best,
colors.
but they're passable.
Mm-hmm.
The barbed wire thing is very like 1999 with the barbed wire being on the tights, but
Yep. All right, so you got Jericho, the Undertaker, and Kane, the ring Dudleys, and Rhyno. So we have DDP, Booker T, Kurt Angle, and Stone Cold left.
mm-hmm. I do like how they're alternating the entrances. That's an interesting way of doing it.
Booker T comes out first.
Yeah. Well, because I mean DDP Booker T's the champ, but I think DDP's the bigger name.
Oh, really? Man, I thought they would have done it the other way.
It is. It's weird, but I think that's kind of what they were going for. That DDP is like the bigger name.
Stephanie dancing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Don't do that.
Like that. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, Booker T looked jacked here.
Oh yeah, big time. He when he left and came, there's a point in late WCW where he gets taken out by Steiner when he loses the title, and he's gone for like 5 or 6 months, and he comes back like 4 weeks before they close. And when he comes back, he is massive compared to what he looked like when he left, when Steiner took him out.
They changed his hair again, didn't they?
Yeah, and his hair's different too. That he had the new hairstyle. That's part of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here comes Kurt Angle. You know, for the hair at this point, it's not receding all the way yet. He's still got good hair. I like these tights though, and then when he gets like the real, his King of the Ring tights were good too. The real red, white, and blue. But these are a good like second. It's like Kurt Angle probably has the best like home away jerseys basically of like tights.
Yep.
Yo, it's me, it's DDP.
I hate that. I hate that music for DDP so much.
Because of the big head like that's on. Oh, it's me, it's DDP. I don't like him here. I like even Taker and Paige realize that like this sucks. Like, did you like Paige as the long hair or short hair?
Oh, I like long hair Paige much more than this.
Like,
I think DDP's WWF run is super disappointing. It's not a hot take. It's not a hot take I just said, but
they don't even let Stone Cold come out before the match starts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here he comes. Damn, wow. Get him. Where is he? Damn.
Yeah,
hot open.
I like this. They just get going right away. It's a great start.
Yep.
I mean, it is the inaugural brawl after all. It says brawl right in the name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rhyno goes into the steps. Stone Cold really beamed. He's probably getting his stiff shots in for receipts.
Oh, God.
They really killed Rhyno.
Jesus.
It's getting thrown in there. Oh. Well, so Rhyno is getting the start here.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I like that start a lot, where they just don't even take it away from everybody. Jesus.
Oh, he full blows him. Wow, that's not an Austin move. That's bad.
Well, I mean, technically, Austin was still a heel at this point, so, I mean...
Yeah, I know, but that pop on Raw, like, you can't make Stone Cold a heel.
Yeah.
And what we see at the end, might be different, but, like, Stone Cold being a heel post-WrestleMania, they still cheered for him.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Lou Fast press, Stone Cold going to work. Really going with Rhyno, getting some airtime with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I think you should give him that spot to DDP.
Yeah, I mean, they could have started with Taker and DDP too, but
maybe they.
I like having Austin start.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like that though, but I guess they need like a WWF guy, because Stone Cold really hasn't worked with DDP or Booker T, so he doesn't really know how they're gonna fare out. He knows Rhyno because Rhino's been there for like 6 months, so he gets a pass. And then the Dudley Boys have been there for like a whole 2 years at this point almost.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, superplex already.
Mm-hmm. Does he get it though? Looks like he's struggling a little bit, or Rhino's trying to counter. But no
God.
one gets it. Ooh.
I mean, Rhino's a brick shithouse. It's probably not easy to get him over like that.
No. Even Rhyno does like a little like jump dive like Mike Awesome does here.
Yeah.
He's got that little like gore splash. Rhino splash. Rhino splash! Yeah, you know, Matt, this is a very serious podcast. You know, this is like your highway to the impact zone. There's no Larry Zbyszko here. This is true pro wrestling.
That's who they should have added to the invasion. Is Larry Zbyszko.
Oh, JR!
Have him on commentary with Jim. God, can you imagine?
Oh, JR, there's an invasion going on, and
It's the worst commentary team of all time.
Forget Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon and Larry Zbyszko.
Oh God. He hit him in his medulla oblongata. His what?
Ooh, Booker T and Jericho. They had a good match on Raw.
Yeah, and they have history in WCW too. They had a bunch of matches.
They do. Do you think Vince looked at the history of WCW before buying WCW?
Absolutely not.
Who's got feuds with who?
Absolutely not. He needed someone. There's the rumor that he didn't know anybody fucking hired Raven. So.
Yes.
Who the fuck hired Raven?
So Raven took your kid out for a party. Oh, dropkick.
I think he saw what WCW was potentially going to be worth if one were to buy it, and he said, I can get them for that. Okay, let's do it, you know?
Didn't want to spend just what? Okay. If he had the money to bring one big guy in, who is it? One big WCW name.
I think the smartest answer would have probably been Goldberg.
Okay.
Me personally, I would have liked to have seen Nash here. Like, just me personally as a fan, I love Kevin Nash. But I think the smartest play would have been Goldberg.
I think the cheapest contract you could have gotten was Scott Steiner's.
Yeah, and honestly, Steiner probably would have worked too, given how hot he was at the beginning in 2001. You know.
Yeah, I think he's on the low. I mean, he might have because he might have had more credibility since he's world heavyweight champion at the end too before Booker. But I feel like on the low totem pole of contracts, Steiner's got to be the one that you might get away with buying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that would have made sense given how WCW ended. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't have Bubba. Well, you can't have Bubba in the match without Devon, but even Devon's like Taz height too.
Yeah.
Do you think Tommy Dreamer could have worked for this match, or no?
No, I don't think he's. I love Tommy Dreamer, but I don't think he's on the same level as these guys. Even the Dudleys feels like a stretch of being on the level as the rest of these guys. But I get you need to have some form of ECW representation, and that's why I say I think you add RVD to this match. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, it's like 5. You can't remove both Deadly Boys.
Right.
Because then it would still be just the 4 of them. Van Dam, Rhyno, DDP, Booker T. So you still need a 5th guy.
Yeah. I mean, this almost would have worked better as a 4-way match, honestly. You know, you pull the Dudleys out and you do Booker T, DDP, RVD, and Rhyno. That's
okay.
The 4.
Pull them out. Okay.
And then you have the Dudleys do something else. You know.
6-man. You do Dudleys and Taz versus Spike, Regal, and Tajiri, or something like that.
Something like that, right?
Mm.
And then on the other side, you pull Jericho out or something.
Yep.
You do Taker, Kane, Austin, and Angle.
Something, yeah.
And I mean, I don't hate the match as is, but I think if you wanted to do it, that would be the way.
Yeah. If you took out Rhyno and ECW and like you just kept the Dudley Boys and had a third WCW guy, do you think it could have been Canyon? Third WCW guy.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's not on that level either. Like that's the thing is that on the Alliance side, it's one of the problems that you're going to see is that they have two big names on top at this point. They have Booker T, they have DDP.
And that's the WCW side.
Right, the WCW side.
Yeah.
Once you get past those two guys, it's a drop off in quality quick as far as like top names, as far as WCW goes.
Yep. Oh, I loved always the flying clothesline by Kane.
Because I mean, as far as WCW goes, who's the next biggest guy they have outside of Booker T and DDP? You know,
Canyon.
Right. It might be Canyon. You know,
Canyon, Hugh Morris, Sean Stasiak.
Right.
No. Yeah, it's basically them, Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
so that's
then
what I mean.
Again, Mike Awesome and Storm went to ECW, but still, I think Mike Awesome, if he was on WCW side, he would be like the next guy basically. But again,
right, it's a fast drop off. So like it's either Canyon, it's some form of Canyon. Lance Storm is like the third guy for WCW.
So basically, this whole invasion had a month and a half of life because by the time SummerSlam gets into it, it goes a whole totally different direction.
Yeah.
The end of SummerSlam, at least. 1, 2. Good thing it's not an elimination match. Like, it's a straight whoever gets the first fall. Mm-hmm. So we are tied 5-5, I believe, or 6-6. One of those two scores.
I think Bubba's got a cut above his eye.
Yes, he does. Yeah. He's bleeding. Undertaker going old school.
Oh.
Somebody asked that question. What's that thing where Undertaker goes up the top turnbuckle? It's like old school. Oh! Hung off the top rope by DDP. Well, the Alliance guys do look vicious a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I think here they're okay.
Yes.
But after this is when it kind of...
This is like the high points, basically.
And I think that's why what happens at the end of this match happens. Because all you had as far as top guys was Booker T and DDP. You needed a third guy.
With a really, like, far behind Canyon. Right. Oh, if only Bagwell didn't get fired.
I mean, if Bagwell was there, he would have been the guy. He would have been third by default, basically.
Still thinking. Yeah. So bottom line, I'm thinking Steiner could have been the low totem contract to buy.
Mm-hmm. I also think, like I said, I think Goldberg would have been the best choice, but I don't think Vince would have done that because that would have made the alliance.
Vince did not have Goldberg money.
That would have made the alliance look strong, and we wouldn't want that.
Yes. No, why not? Why can't Sting win at WrestleMania 31?
Yeah. I will say the knock I've always had against this match is that for a match that's called an inaugural brawl, besides the beginning, it hasn't felt like a brawl.
No. For the bra and panties match, go a quarter star.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even gonna rate. I wasn't even gonna rate it. I mean, I guess half a star.
Yeah, 2 Mick Foleys. WCW fears the goon.
That's a good sign.
Yes.
See, like, this is a spot where you could have had referees fight, too. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing that match, you could have had 2 referees in the ring during this match and have them going at it, you know?
Yeah. So at the same time, though, ECW truly only has 2 guys as well. Van Dam and Tommy Dreamer coming over from their side of the tracks, but I mean, people do remember, Taz, Rhino, and the Dudleys from ECW. So ECW had more name credibility.
Right. And they had Lance Storm and
Mike
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were truly ECW guys, but I think Lance had a better career in WCW towards the end. Mike had a better ECW career. Lance had a better WCW career.
I think as far as I think Lance's matches were probably better in ECW, but as far as titles, he won more titles in WCW for sure.
Yeah, Mike had better stories in ECW than he ever did in WCW.
Yeah, and his matches are fucking great in ECW.
Surprised we never got that Mike Awesome Kevin Nash match at Slamboree 2000.
No, I feel like I want to say they did it on a random Nitro, which Vince Russo weird. He would do that, but
yeah. Because Awesome comes in, he power bombs Nash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when Nash had the broken leg, right?
Yeah, Nash was still hurt. Yep.
Yeah.
Jericho. Charles Robinson's acting like, oh, he's part of the alliance, coalition. He's not even being a referee or doing anything. He's like, oh, God, I'm scared. If I'm Charles, I'd be picking a fight with Vince. Nice land on the feet. Shoot, that's gotta hurt.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, that looks like it hurt his neck really.
That looked awful.
That was
really rough.
They're giving Devon a lot of offense.
Yeah. It's been good, but I remembered this being more of a brawl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, it's good, but it feels, I don't know, it's missing
with the tagging, it's a little bit.
I mean, you basically had these guys wishing death on one another, you know?
Yes. Especially Heyman.
Right. Literally, Heyman said death to WWF, you know?
Yes, and he said that Vince killed his own father on SmackDown.
Right.
JR had to really go, that's a damn lie, folks. Don't believe that. Vince McMahon did not kill his father. He died by cancer.
Despite what Paul Heyman said.
Yes. Hello, 911. Vince McMahon killed his father. Arrest him. Oh, wait, nope. They fixed it. He did not die at murder. Mostly they said the WCW shirts were targets on the back, so that way the WWF guys knew who was a WCW guy.
Crowd finally waking up. Feels like they've been kind of dead too.
Yeah. They're just waiting for that big tag.
Yeah. Right. Kurt Angle's in this match. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, no. It's been mostly Kane, Austin, and Kane and Devon really got a...
Oh, shit.
I don't even know if DDP got into the ring.
He was in it for a bit.
Yeah. They went right back to Devon.
Yeah, it's weird that Devon's taken a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Dudleys in general, I feel like have been in this match a bunch.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Bubba Bomb.
Oh, God.
Oh, and Kurt's tailbone's probably not healed all the way yet.
You know, I was just going to say, just thinking about it, it's kind of insane that Kurt Angle is wrestling, given what he went through at King of the Ring a month before.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Stone Cold still, selling the arm, but again, that must not be fully healed either.
Three matches, including one where Angle went through glass, got a concussion, and broke his ass. He should probably be in bed rest right now.
Yeah. Surprised that they didn't put Heyman on commentary with JR and Cole.
Like, just I like Vince and everybody being at ringside, but like, why not put Vince and Shane on commentary, just jabbing at each other? You know?
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah. I think they end up doing that eventually at one point. I think.
I don't think they do. Maybe like one time, but I don't remember. But I just know that they have like a huge broad No Mercy.
Oh, you know what? I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. And that's a brutal chair shot from Vince to Austin too.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Bubba Ray Dudley's been in this match for like 45 minutes.
It's been more of it than Booker T has been. Now we go back to Devon. Jesus.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Dude, this isn't a 2-on-2. You have more than just your brother here. Heyman sadistic smiles. Everybody says when King came back, it was a tragedy.
I mean, where's the lie?
There's no lie.
Here comes Booker finally.
Yeah. And he goes back to Devon. He's like, oh, I did my thing. Here you go. Can the scissors kick in already? Oh
God. Because he needed more head trauma.
Spinneroonie.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, that was nasty.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I found it weird when Stone Cold broke up the pin. Undertaker can do that, but Stone Cold, really? Well. Oh, now we got DDP in the ring. Oh, but Austin.
Shit. And then he falls over.
Oh, that tornado power bomb.
That was good.
Oh. I think now we're getting somewhere.
Maybe put Austin in the match more.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Mm-hmm. Put the leader of WWF in instead of Kurt. 2.
I mean, I get keeping Austin to a minimum because he's still really banged up with the broken arm and the bad back and all that shit.
Yeah.
But
they were really trying to sell the tornado power bomb as a DDP move.
Yeah, he would use that every now and then.
He would.
Not as like a finisher, but he would.
Here we go. Good distraction. What's up? Oh, that looked awkward though. He came from the side of the turnbuckle.
Yeah. There's been a lot of Dudleys in this match.
Yes. Oh, Jericho. I think the fans are still just quiet cheering, like they're not really like, yeah.
I mean, it's a weird match. Like, it's weirder than I remember it being. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I remember it, like, I always knew it was long, or I remembered it was long, but I remembered it being, like, more of a fight.
You just didn't think that the Dudley Boys were taking all this time.
Like, I kind of remembered it being, like, a Dollar Tree version of, like, the Canadian Stampede tag.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of remember it being like that.
Did you just see that Stone Cold guy, Charles Robinson's hair?
Pulling him by the hair.
What the hell? I didn't know. He's like, what the hell was that? Ooh, well, I thought I was going to hit it into a spine buster. Rear naked chokehold.
Yeah.
He's really trying to stagger over there. Oh, backdrop. But here comes Bubba. Nope. Oh, Stone Cold. Oh, he didn't see the tag. Bubba distracted him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now here comes Booker T. Oh, well, it's a really big assault. Oh, now we go back to Rhyno.
At least it's not a Dudley.
No. Oh, no. Oh, Diamond Cutter. Oh, wait. He's like, that's it, boy.
Jesus Christ, that punch.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
This is more along the lines of what I'm talking about. And the crowd responds accordingly. Weird. Weird that the crowd would react well to a
Rhyno set up
brawl.
for a gore. Who's he gonna gore here? Oh, he actually gores Booker, his own
Shit.
partner. Oh, damn. I think Devon gets thrown to the table here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think the ring ends up being kind of a mess.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Sorry if I have an echo.
No, you're good. Oh.
Choke slam. Look how he puts out his tongue. He's like, yeah. He guzzed. Going for the last side. Oh, Booker T getting some shots of a Stone Cold. Charles Robinson, what the hell?
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. Oh, he was like, oh, if you want to be famous.
Holy shit.
Last ride on pay-per-view.
Fuck.
Stone Cold's knee. Oh, and Kyoto.
he rolls his carcass.
Get rid of him.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Undertaker takes Paige to the crowd. They're not coming back.
Nope.
Stone Cold's hurt. Maybe you should have had Alliance members waiting for Taker again. Just to beat them up, have them beat him up.
Oh, God, that elbow.
Oh, jeez. What did Bubba have in his hand? A computer mouse? He had a wire.
Like a wrist tape, maybe? I don't know. It was weird. Whatever it was.
Here they are beating up on Kane. Oof.
Jesus. Oh, God.
The other boys' outfits have changed so many times. They had the camouflage blue on for like a while. Now they got army camouflage.
Oh, we needed a third table.
Yes. Can't have can't have less tables. You need more tables. Can't go wrong.
They haven't
tables.
They haven't destroyed one yet.
No. Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
See ya. Surprised the monitor doesn't hurt Devon's back. Oh, it's not sticking out like it's planted, but
yeah,
I think they took out the monitors before. Oh,
God damn.
I think there's a whole case of water under that ring.
There is. There is.
Maybe that's where they were going during promos. Go get me that water. Go under the ring. Oh! There goes the Spanish announce team.
Jesus.
Gracias, Bubba. Thank you. Oh, here we go.
Shit.
Oh! That's where things get interesting.
Yeah.
Now everyone's down.
Looks like a war zone.
Yes. Now it looks like the brawl that we wanted.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Vince and Shane have not brawled with each other yet.
Yeah, me too. Like, I feel like that should have been a thing.
Yes.
Or even like if Shane comes in and breaks up a pin and then Vince goes after him, something like that.
Yeah, you feel like that's like the time for that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold was really hurt, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it, but yeah. So Devon goes first, then Bubba and Rhyno double team Kane, and then Jericho puts Rhyno through the table. But
everything they've done the last 5 minutes is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's that middle section that kind of takes you out of it.
We gave the Van Dam match 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Just saying so far.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
A little over rotated, but good angle slam. Oh, he's got him in the ankle lock.
And there's the ref bump.
There goes the referee. Ooh, a flapjack.
Jesus Christ.
Charles Robinson never recovered from that last ride. He's still dead.
I think he's dead. He's no longer with us.
Yeah. That's why Mike Chioda rolled him out of the ring. Get rid of him.
just throws him out of the ring like a sack of shit.
Yep. Oh, now what does Vince got? He's got the title belt.
The belt.
Oh, wait.
Here we go.
Oh,
damn.
Hit him with that. Oh, but Kurt misses Kurt, and now here comes Shane. Oh. And jeez. Angle slam. He's tapping.
Mm-hmm.
He's tapping. Austin's getting the referee, and he's doing the right thing. Austin's doing the right thing. So go away.
No, he's not.
What? No. I think that guy was like, I told you. Austin stunners. Even the referee. Wait a second. He's got him up there. Stone Cold stun Kurt Angle. Whoa, 1, 2, 3. It's over. The Alliance wins at Invasion. Booker T wins.
So
Vince
you went
is
from
still down. Yeah.
You went from not having a number 3 in the Alliance to having a new number 1.
Yes. Which means DDP goes to number 3 now.
Right.
316 says, I just sold out. I think that guy knew and was like, I'm going to bring this sign.
Yeah.
So here they come. Oh, they threw the referee out.
Oh, shit.
Now Stone Cold is celebrating with his belt.
So, that match was not as good as I remember it being, I'll say. But it was still good. I think that middle section dragged. But I think the start of this match is great. I think the ending, the finish of the match, the last 5 minutes is fantastic. Just nonstop chaos and brawling. But it's really that. I think it's too long of a match too. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go 3.5 on it.
I was thinking the same thing.
I did still enjoy it, but I think it's a hair too long, and that middle section kind of drags, where the Dudleys are in it for seemingly 45 minutes.
Who's the MVP of the pay-per-view?
I mean, it's for me. It's either RVD or Stone Cold, but I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna lean RVD.
I'm gonna go lean RVD too. Stone Cold did brawl it, but then I mean, he does help the Alliance win. Mm-hmm. I think it was more of a shock value.
Yeah.
Van Dam did the most wrestling.
Yeah, RVD had the best performance in ring.
Yes. I'm going to go Van Dam's the MVP of Invasion, even though Canyon says he's the MVP of Invasion. Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, that's going to wrap us up as the Alliance is drinking beer. I want to thank my guests for this pay-per-view. Matt Souza, thank you for watching this and taking on this pay-per-view with me.
Well, thank you for having me, Gruney. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here.
Yep. And that's going to do it for us here on Nation Invasion. Be prepared as we, the nation, bring the invasion.